Na 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 na. Fake smiles and the spotlights glow. Truth gets blurred when the hype runs low. Say it's gold, but we see right through. Another story spun if only everyone knew. Hey, the truth's getting out that you've been selling crap. Oh, we know the games you play. Truth gone missing, washed away. Big talk, but we see the game. It's all for clicks, just the same old fame. Real words, that's what we crave. But honesty's out while the hype gets paid. Push the button, yeah, sell it out for favors. Fingers on the button, truth cut with layers. A real proof, but nothing's as it seems. Hyped up lies and manufactured dreams. Push the button, let the game be rigged. Dealing in deception till the page is clicked. Sold out stories for that sweet invite. Trade your words for glitter and hype.
Have you ever wondered why most of the game's media websites all sound alike? Well, apparently they're all owned by one media company alone. This is Ziff Davis Media. And apparently they're the folks that own Eurogamer, Extreme Tech, GamesIndustry.biz, IGN, PC Mag, Rock Paper Shotgun, and VG247. However, IGN apparently has its own set of companies that it owns, and that's outside Xbox, Digital Foundry, and Hookshot. And apparently, Hookshot it's like a Russian nesting doll of games media websites. Very strange. So you have Hookshot owning its own subsidiaries, and that's Nintendo Life, Push Square, Pure Xbox, as opposed to outside the Xbox. Now you're going way deep in it, I guess. And then Time Extension. And so this user writes right here, this is the Curious Bread over on R. Asmongold on Reddit. Wow, what a place, huh? Reddit for R. Asmongold. Anyway, let's see what they have to say. They say this, they say, when you really start digging, there's really only 2 to 3 voices in media. It's just 3 people owning all of the companies and telling you the same thing with different faces. They are the lords of media, and you will listen to what they want you to hear. You have no alternatives. If there are, they will just buy it, and everyone has a price. Now, this is why we don't do sponsorships around here. We don't do that. If we speak positively about something, it's because we genuinely have a positive experience with it. And it's not because there's like this huge amount of like honor behind it, or it's like against your ancestors' way or something. It's just dumb, right? To take a review, to give a positive review, like we made fun of it in the opening of the video here, to give a positive review, even for money, if not for money, then just for access, right? I'll say something nice about this game so that later on BioWare will invite me up to their cool, swanky press meeting. And oh God, I just gagged on BioWare. Ugh. Anyway, they'll get to meet, like, hobnob with all the people who made the game. It'd be a great time, voice actors and all that jazz. They're very proud of themselves. But speaking of being proud of themselves, you might be wondering, who the hell is Ziff Davis? Well, apparently, they own IGN, Humble, Games Industry, and Eurogamer. But they're also around with other places. They also own like O.R.C.A, Ekahu, Down Detector, Root Metrics, and Speed Test. And then also up here in the technology thing, they own CNET, ZDNet, PC Mag, Mashable, Lifehacker, Spiceworks, Extreme Tech, AskMen, Aberdeen, and Ziff Davis Performance Marketing, obviously. Now, this seems all very, like, normal, right? Well, let's get into the abnormal, or at least for our cases, the abnormal. And so, Ziff Davis is part of the corporate social responsibility mob, and they have this to say. Ziff Davis embraces business and the business and societal imperative to have a diverse and inclusive organization, support a sustainable future through our actions and our products, and manage our business using the highest principles of business ethics. Read our 2023 Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Report sharing diversity and representation statistics of our U.S. employee base and updates on our ongoing diversity, equity, and inclusion programs and actions, as well as the 2023 ESG Report sharing our findings from our most recent greenhouse gas inventory and ongoing environmental sustainability initiatives. These people own websites where people like me are sitting in their own domiciles, writing articles, recording videos, blah 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 blah. What are you talking about? You're not Boeing. You're not the volcano company that makes volcanoes. What are you worried about? Like, there's a volcano company. I know there aren't volcano companies. They literally don't make them. I know that. I understand. Whatever. But if there was a volcano factory, right? Maybe that would be kind of cool. Yeah, volcano factory. Anyway, speaking of uncool things, that's what they're up to here. Now, again, a triumphant return to form, right? Now, we heard everybody was talking about this before, right? All these gamers, all these game review media websites are telling gamers that, oh yes, Veilguard's the greatest thing ever. You saw in the opening, IGN gave it a 9. You got Eurogamer, Games Radar giving it 4.5. Just all these very high scores on a game that you and I probably wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole, simply because it's full of all this different ideology stuff. Now, you got the meme here, and this pretty much captures what we're about to see, because check it out. They all say the same thing. Checkpoint Gaming says Dragon Age the Veilguard is a triumphant return to form. Yet PlayStation Universe saying, this is without a doubt a return to form for BioWare. You got Digital Trends saying Dragon Age the Veilguard is a return to form for this once lauded RPG studio. Dragon Age the Veilguard is a return to form for BioWare, says IGN Portugal. And then you have Pure Xbox, those guys that aren't the outside of the Xbox or the guts of the Xbox, the pure Xbox, that pure creamy Xbox, right? Dragon Age the Veilguard is a triumphant return to form for BioWare. Now, like I said, they're being handed a script, right? So we hear about this sometimes from reviewers, that they are told that these are the words we would like you to use in the review. Now, again, this is all stuff that you get to agree to do. You don't have to sign on a dotted line, to my knowledge. You don't have to sign on a dotted line to have to use these words. But there are scripts available. There are a press pack that provides an overall statement from someone else or another outlet that maybe previously had rendered an opinion on the beta or something like that. And so there is some pre-screened, if you want to say positive things, these are the positive things we would like you to say. And so this is just what we've heard, okay? This isn't something that is known that these companies do. I'm sure that there's videos exposing that out on the internet. I'm probably referring to one without even realizing it. So if you're somebody out there that's broken this story and I'm reciting what your video was, I'm not trying to take credit for what you did at all. I just don't remember where your channel is. I don't remember seeing the video. But I trust that somebody out there has already exposed that this is how they do it with how the reviews work. You're given a set of statements you're allowed to say, or at least they encourage you to say in your review if you have positive things to say. And we'll go on. It gets a little more insidious, because check it out. Here it is, just right out on Google even. It's not even in these different collection sectors that they're trying to make something pretty to look at for gamers, right? This is just your average old normie Google search rendering Dragon Age the Veilguard is a return to form from Rolling Stone. GameSpot says Dragon Age the Veilguard, review in progress. It's a return to form for BioWare. You got Digital Trends say Dragon Age the Veilguard review, a very safe return to form. And you've got Games Radar saying Dragon Age the Veilguard, a true return to RPG form. PSU says Dragon Age the Veilguard for PS5 is BioWare's return to form. So it's you have to ask yourself, do they bother looking around? They must be aware that 8 other guys are using the exact same phrasing. So you have to ask yourself, why aren't they using different headlines? Why aren't they using a different way to say triumphant? Rather than saying Dragon Age the Veilguard is a return to form for BioWare, why not just say Dragon Age the Veilguard blew my expectations away? BioWare does it again, or BioWare shows that they're not out of the game yet, that kind of thing. But they don't deviate even just a little bit. If one uses triumphant, 8 others use triumphant. There's no deviation. The only time you see the change is when they don't want to be absolutely glowing with their praise, and instead just want to be smoldering with their praise, right? It's very, very bizarre. And then we have Games Radar that just out of the blue decides 10 out of 10. After 100 hours and 3 playthroughs of Dragon Age the Veilguard, I feel justified. in my 10-year wait and satisfied by the results. So you'll have to let us know right down in the comments below. You'll have to let us know if you played through it or what your opinions are on all of this. Did you know that all these companies were connected? I didn't know they were connected, but you'll have to let me know about this. If you know more companies, by the way, that this company is in charge of or some type of shell organization that leads back to these people, please let us know down in the comments below. I had no idea. As usual, though, guys, good luck out there.